Ready?
Just your immediate reaction to the meeting you've had this afternoon, Mr. Cairns.
Well, I wanted to reassure local workers and the unions that this Shotton is an important part of the Tata process. They are highly skilled jobs, the process of which adds an awful lot of value to the Tata project. And a lot of attention has been given to Port Talbot because that's where the steel is made. But here an awful lot of value is added to the product. And it's by getting a greater understanding, but also recognising that to those that are playing part of that process will give us that best chance of finding the investor in order to provide that longer term security that the industry needs.
And have you been able to update the workers and the unions today on any further progress the government's been able to make so far, in, because we're now into the second week of the sales process formally?
Well, I could advise them that the government has been working for some time in seeking out investors, even before the Mumbai meeting some weeks ago. And it's about rationalising their interest. Tata have also agreed with the UK government to be a responsible seller. It's about Tata now sharing that information about the operations, for which Shotton is a really important part, with the potential buyer, and then the UK government standing ready and waiting to support any potential investor. But we want an investor that will offer a longer term future to Tata across the whole of the UK, and obviously we recognise the important value that is added here in Shotton.
Just two more from me. Has Tata approached the UK government as a potential buyer?
Sorry, ask that a question again? Has
Tata approached the UK government to step in to buy the business?
The Tata have explained for some time that they want to divest their operation. Of course, we want to find a potential investor, but the government stands ready and waiting to support that investor. We will do what we can, but nationalisation has not been ruled out, but we don't see that as offering that longer term future. So the government position hasn't changed from what it was some weeks ago, and Tata recognise that, but we will of course support Tata or any other operator about finding that longer term solution.
And when you talk about these investors, can I just get a quick reaction to the statement that the company put out today, that they've spoken to potentially 190 investors over the course of the week and over the last few days about potentially coming into the business?
Well, I think this demonstrates the interest that's out there, the recognition of the skills and the value that steel making has in the UK, but particularly the added value processes here in Shotton. So that demonstrates, and I would hope give confidence. It was only last week that the sales document was published, so with that there will now be a funneling process to come down to a smaller number of preferred bidders or options that are there, but it's about getting understanding that someone, if they take it on or when they take it on, that they will have the capacity to invest in the plants in order to secure that longer term future, not only for the immediate community in and around Shotton, but also for the longer term UK strategic interest that lies in steel.
Fantastic. Thanks very much.
That's great.